Yes, Mary.
Kevin, you're in charge of her.
Okay.
Make sure there's no disruption over there.
I'm in a meeting. That's my sister.
It's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and call the June meeting of the Senior Advisory Board to order. Welcome all. Do we have any citizens comments? We do have a visitor, Barbara Weaver. Welcome, Barbara.
Thank you.
But anybody signed up for comments that you have, Jackie?
I do not have any.
We'll move on to our agenda items. C1, consider approval of minutes for the May 9th, 2024 meeting and take appropriate action. Everybody had a chance to look over their minutes?
Make a motion to accept the minute that's written.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the meeting as reported. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, let's move on to C2, consider approval on furniture options for the branch connection and take appropriate action. This agenda item follows up on the May 9th, 2024 Senior Advisory Board meeting regarding furniture for the branch connection and allow the Senior Advisory Board members to approve the final select.
So, and I don't know, did anybody bring another copy of the furniture stuff? So I only got, and that back down to Deborah. So I have another set, maybe Joyce and Sharon. So on the furniture options, we only got 5 packets returned back from y'all. So Joyce, Wayne, Sharon, I never got y'all's packet back to vote. Oh, yeah, that's right. He wasn't at the last one. So real quick, just to kind of recap on everything and what I want us to address on what I have voting so far is any areas that were essentially at a tie, so we can just clear that up. So for the ballroom chairs, after I took all y'all's reply via email, navy was the color that was decided, so that will be the ballroom chairs. For the lobby sitting, I did get most of the reply back for the option 1 group for the lobby sitting. So when we go to the occasional and other tables page, I have a tie with what was returned. I have 2 for option 1, 2 for option 2. I also have a tie for the lobby stools, 2 for option 1, 2 for option 2.
Wait,
Where do we?
which is option 1? Was it?
Option 1 is nothing. Option 2 is like.
Yeah, here's option 1. That's the seating you got, right?
Correct.
I for what?
So we're looking at the occasional and other tables.
Yeah, so the occasional and other tables right after lobby seating. The 2 to look at is option 1 versus option 2, and then the lobby stools, option 1 versus option 2. It should be on the next flip. There you go. So like Matt, Deborah, and Mary, y'all are fine because I have y'all's vote, which is how we got to the 2-2. What I'm really looking for is something from Matt, Sharon, and Joyce to kind of. Okay, you say option 2.
For the lobby seating, I like 2. No, I'm sorry, the other way around. I like 1.
Yeah, so lobby seating option 1 has majority.
Yeah.
What we're talking about is on the next page, the occasional and other tables, option 1 and option 2, and then the lobby stools.
Which one did you pick?
So the stools are tied. For occasional and other tables? Okay. What about stools?
Next,
It's the flip, it's on the back side.
Page 5. Page 5.
Which one? No, it's got legs.
That's page 5.
Yeah.
Page 5 on the other.
Up on one.
Okay.
well, one that has wheels on it, and this one does not.
No, turn page.
Oh, turn it. Oh, neither one has.
That one has.
That looks like the same.
Another,
Neither one.
Oh, no,
has.
this-
No, I like one better.
For stools?
Yes.
Okay, so that's majority. What about for, I know Joyce, you said, but what about for the occasional and the other tables? I know I got you, Joyce. I'm talking about Sharon or Wayne.
That's it. right
I
there.
like one better.
Okay, that's done.
This one versus. Versus the one other next door.
Okay. So the arts and crafts room tables. That was 3-1. We can revisit that since Sharon and Joyce are and Wayne are looking at, but the arts and crafts room tables, right now I have 3 for option 1, 1 for option 2.
I couldn't tell the difference.
On the computer table?
arts and
Crafts.
Arts and crafts, the library computer table.
And crafts.
Computer table, page 10. Page
Oh,
10.
Yeah. Can I see yours real quick? Kevin?
Yeah, please tell.
Okay, we're looking at page-
Okay.
The number one, you can adjust the height of the table. I just am concerned about how stable that table is if you're using a sewing machine or on the table.
Mhm.
Because the sewing machine vibrates, and so
Yeah.
it needs to be very stable.
So it's a heavy table. It's a really heavy table. Yeah,
I like the idea that it is height is adjust height.
Yeah.
And that I measured my table that I like, and it's well within range of the measurement height adjustment.
Yeah.
This one doesn't adjust.
Which one are you looking? This is the.
Two-
adjustment one.
two does not adjust.
This is the adjustment.
One doesn't.
Okay, the one on that one, Jack.
Does anybody else like option 1?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's it. Yeah. And then,
And the chairs in the, are not on billiards
And game room chair?
rollers, are the, it's is one on rollers and one, and two obviously doesn't look like it's on. wheels.
so right there, it shows all the chairs, they're gonna have glides on them.
Right. Okay.
So we have the option to put rollers on them or have them with the glides.
Okay.
So that's not, the idea is, do you like the design of the chair of the OFS Flexi versus the OFS ACEN? So those are kind of the 2 chairs we're looking at.
A square chair.
Well, I like the glides on the chairs because, when you're moving from one end, because usually you'll use the whole page.
Yeah.
And it helps glide.
Kelly said that, it was deciding on the chair or not.
Well, but this one is the only one that has the glides.
It doesn't.
Now they-
Neither one of them do.
They sell them,
You have to put them on.
The glides can be added to either one?
Correct.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Because it was only the picture of the thing.
It's just the arms are different.
Yeah,
And the seats are not square versus,
then I like the shape of number 2 chair.
Paper. 2 and 2.
it's got the mesh back. The,
Oh, which one has a mesh?
Number
two in the back.
Number one has the,
You can't tell that.
has the
Yeah.
cushion in the back.
Okay.
And we're gonna, I think either one,
I
we're
think
gonna,
either
we're
one
gonna
is
have
fine.
70% and 30% arm.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe on the armless one.
Are we still on chairs or we done?
No, we're good with the chairs. If y'all like option 2, that's fine. Page 13. Yeah,
I have a question.
yeah,
Is a mesh back more comfortable than a small back?
it's perspective.
You're
You're sitting in a mesh back right now.
This is a mesh back.
Mhm.
Okay, so what are we looking at?
No, I think this one's good. That one's fine. The only other one that I had was, where is it? Mhm. The last,
I know, I'm just making a comment.
what was the question?
The shape of the table, I mean, most of the games we play are a square table. Rather than existing in oblong table.
They've got square tables already.
Yeah, so if you look right next to that one right there,
What page you on?
on page 13, it's essentially a 4x4.
Okay,
Yeah.
and if you can then put the round top on it if you want a round top.
Right, and then there's also, I forgot which table it is that we're putting these stoppers right there. So what happens is you're playing dominoes or cards and you're sliding them, it stops it at the edge. So that we address these tables essentially to be used like we use them in.
Okay. Well,
You look at page 12, you look at page 12.
Well, it's still hard to tell for sure.
I mean,
Look at page 12.
with the stoppers on them.
It kind of shows them all this stuff. Perfect for Bonchon.
What we have found at this church is that, I mean, we have the square table. Well, if you put the mahjong tiles on that, just on the table, it is the noisy, very noisy. You definitely had to have the tablecloth,
The bell.
the felt top to cut down the noise.
Aren't there, I think my sister plays mine, and aren't there like something that you fold out, like a
Cloth.
topper or something,
It's a, well,
a board?
it's a,
Yeah, there's not a board. It's tile.
Something that you-
Like a table projector?
I bought her some kind of protector, some kind of thing.
No, I'll tell you, I'm doing it someday, but
I bought it for Christmas.
So the last big one that I have that was tied was page 21, option 2, page 18, option 1. It's the global Blu-ray chair versus the Prava chair. 21 on option 2, 18 on option 1.
The right side. And look, that's-
Oh, yeah.
18 and
Yeah,
say
yeah,
the
there you go.
one.
This one.
21 on option 2, 18 on option 1. So it should be the global Luray versus the sit on at Prava. I got you for option 1.
Like option
Yeah,
one.
this is one.
How about the color of the chair, that greenish color?
It's whatever.
You get some color?
No,
Snow, I think it's the color.
Yeah.
The actual chair,
Chair cushions.
that's the
They're
cushion.
going to be greenish color.
It sits, no,
Snow.
that one doesn't.
Well, I think this is supposed to be the exact same pictures. The color printer's not doing it, but this chair is this chair with the chrome and the snow.
Mine looks dark.
What's the two different colors? You have a snow.
It's both of them are snow. It's the chairs, the two different chairs.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, the Prava has snow and then,
That's a color, we're not talking.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
Yeah.
then the.
Oh, it does have a different one. One stone, yeah.
One stone.
I like the stone.
It's like it's, the Lubray's a little dark.
Which chair was picked?
So it's a tie, and with Wayne's vote, right now, Global Array's up by 1, and I just need Sharon and Joyce.
I like option one.
Okay. So that does it. And then for the Grove, option 1 is what was picked. And then the ballroom chairs, it was the Focus chair, the one with the hard back, navy blue was the color. So I'm gonna put all these, all the, A1s and 2s together, get it back to our furniture person, and then she'll compile a final workbook for quick overview. But I like it if y'all would take action on this.
You want to go through all the choices that were
We
approved?
just, what I want to do is get them to approve this action, get all this back to Sarah and let her compile a final book
But for the motion, they need,
with the options that they have selected.
correct.
Yes.
You Need to read that in the motion. Options.
No, they don't, you can just say as selections as discussed.
As approved.
Right.
Of the furniture.
I make a motion to approve.
Made,
I second the motion.
been made and seconded, all in favor of approval of the selections we've chosen for the renovation furniture.
Aye.
Say aye. Opposed? All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty, so nice. Very nice.
Jackie, is there gonna be any artwork on the wall?
We haven't got to that part yet. We're trying to get the building built and the furniture in. I think that there's some conversation. Yeah, we'll have some conversation down the road. Arts and Culture Committee and all this other fun stuff. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is have her compile a final workbook with all the selections.
So what you saw yesterday.
What about it?
Oh, just a brief overview of the progress.
Can we do that when we get to the subcommittees? Because that's where we have the renovation update stuff, right?
All right, let's go to C3, discuss game night. This agenda item is to discuss the branch connection game night event. The staff has confirmed dates on game night, date, day, time, location, and genre. The agenda item allows the senior advisory board to discuss and provide direction on all aspects Meeting for game nights will remain an agenda item until the conclusion of the game night event.
Jennifer sent me an email. She wanted to know, y'all have decided on the catering, company.
Not yet. But we will have that definitely for
Okay.
next meeting.
We're working on, yeah,
Perfect.
we had to go
Yeah.
back to a couple of these people and kind of make some changes.
Some threats,
Difference.
shake them down.
Not there yet.
But we're working.
Uh, Next, question she had was the TBC bags, fill them with something useful and a TBC t-shirt. We want to get your feedback on the design and the logo.
For the t-shirt.
Yes, ma'am.
On the new one that we just got?
No, for the swag bags, I guess, what he's referring to.
Yes.
So we're gonna have swag bags for every person that comes to game night. And I think she's looking for some kind of direction on what type of t-shirts. they
Is it-
print.
Is it something that
I'll talk to her a little bit about this, and she is planning on ordering several different sizes.
So what they could do is have the bags separated by sizes. But I think the question that she's wanting to know is the game night team, are they gonna be the ones that are gonna get together and design this, or is it something that you want our team to provide options for? We have the title, we have the genre. We're talking about designs of the t-shirts.
Mm.
Is if it's something the dance committee wants to do, or is it something that you want us to give y'all some options and go from there? Does that make sense?
How about the colors? Is that something?
May I suggest something? May I suggest that the staff comes up with options and then we do that.
You go from there. Okay.
Because the game night committee has their hands full.
Yep.
A lot of other things.
That's fine.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Can we have something bright instead of something drab?
Yeah.
Instead of that green that we have now, or your gray and blue or something.
Okay.
Those green shirts are beautiful.
I like the rich.
Yeah, I think they look great.
Feel like a tree.
That's a pretty dull green.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
Quite contrary. She's on fire today.
Yeah.
She's feeling better now, and all of a sudden she's fired. Now, about 2 months ago, she was.
So she also wanted to know the decorations. What was y'all planning with decorations for the room at the gym?
Okay. May I take that?
Absolutely.
We had discussed having, the corners of the gym decorated in a different genre, a different decade. And kind of like you could use photo ops in the corners of the gym. I saw disco, I was looking at Amazon, disco backgrounds and so forth. Now we'll still have the photo person up there at in the front. Decorate, like if you wanted to have your picture taken. Disco sheet and we're gonna do, 3 of the rooms will be for eating. And I'll just, we'll talk about, I think I've decided, because I'm trying to think of decorations we can make, probably from the 50s. We're trying to do decades, so probably one for the 50s, one from the 60s, and one from the 70s, and just decorate the tables. Don't do anything extravagant. themselves. And, the focus of our decorations would be more in the floor and in the gym itself.
Okay.
So do we have someone in particular that we've always used for like the photo booths?
It's not anybody in particular. It's just I have to get pricing from different ones, and so depending on where those thresholds fall, that's how we conduct business. So we've used in the past 3 years, we've used one company twice. The other times it's been 2 different ones.
Okay.
So
Can I give you a card?
reference? Yep.
And they also do speakers. and
Yeah.
DJ collection.
Oh, they do the whole set. Okay.
They were at the.
Is it
Metro
Ron?
President Chamber event.
Is it his name Ron?
I had not met him before, but
Anything else?
Yes, ma'am. So also she wants to know, about the fundraising. Have I collected anything and do we need to do anything around to help assist with that?
Sponsorships, donations. Nice. Is there anything that y'all are needing from us on our end to help with that at all? Letters or points of contact or anything? No?
But we did have a meeting, Deborah. And we discussed having the gift bags rather than, of course, since we can't have the gift cards, let everybody have a little bit of something. So we came up with that we had to raise $5,000.
that was what was in the budget.
Yeah, in the budget, what's allotted. That would be the number to shoot for in terms of cash. And that would allow us to buy, purchase individual little
Price stuff. Oh.
useful things in them. Things that-
Hmm.
To 500
Okay.
and break up the gift, the raffle ticket items. Still have 5 big gift baskets, maybe break them down. So they're not more than the $500 grand prize. And also, with what if we've got anything left over, do maybe individual $25 to $35, $40 gift baskets to, or not gift baskets per se, but periodically throughout the night, kind of like a little.
Opportunity drawings.
How's that sound? Everybody will have something to remember.
There'll be a few more prizes, but not quite as high in value on some of the really big ones like we had last year.
Anything else, Kevin?
No, ma'am, that was it. Yeah.
All right, let's go, let's go down to C4 review events and activities. Will you turn the page, sorry? Oh, this agenda item allows board members to discuss and give feedback on any activities or events attended and review the upcoming calendar. On January 2nd, 2024, the Branch Connection Bus Renovation activity programs will be hosted at alternate locations listed in the June newsletter.
So May 6th, we started hosting all of our programs out over at the First Baptist Church. However, Zumba Gold is still going on Tuesdays now over at the Recreation Center from 6:15 to 7. And then over at the church, we're having our Silver Sneakers, Classic Posture Renewal, Mindful Yoga, Balanced Bodies, Tai Chi. I think in the newsletter, Tai Chi on Wednesdays was supposed to be out the park. We have availability at the church. So Leon and Susan opted to use the church on Wednesdays. So both Tai Chis are there, as well as power walking. Then our mixer on the 17th, we relocated to venue 1842, and fingers crossed, knock on wood, we'll probably just host our dances there until we have our building back, especially if it turns out to be a good venue. But I know we have at least June, July, August, and September planned for there. And then I'm gonna go ask Lynette real nicely if we can just continue the rest of the year. I don't want to impact her opportunity because I understand she's got to run her building too. But if the option is there, that's what we plan on doing. We had our breakfast on the 3rd, shared moments we had on the 3rd, and then again on the 17th. Photo club was on the 5th and the 19th. Book club was on the 10th. Advanced greeting cards is 11th. We had cooking club yesterday. Thanks for everybody that came out over at the FB Park. Book club movie on the 17th, Texas Hold'em on the 20th. We were able to get Texas trivia going again, so that'll be on the 25th. Then we'll have Friday Franks again on the 28th. Right now, Computer Basics 2 is canceled. Linda Eckel called us yesterday. She's ill. So she decided just to cancel Computer Basics 2. Then as far as our reoccurring weekday activities, Mondays we have our open art group, fun and team chair volleyball, open recreation, open mahjong, thinkabilities, duplicate bridge. Tuesday we still have low and high beginner, and we have our dulcimers and open rec. Wednesdays line dancing for improver, open rec, and mahjong. Thursdays is fun and team chair volleyball, open rec, and instructional quilting group. Fridays quilting group, party bridge, open rec, neglected history, and fun chair volleyball. And then we still have our fly tying in the evenings over at the Recreation Center on the 10th, 17th, and 24th. And our Monday evening crafts are being hosted at the Mansky Library. And I think today we put our newsletter and our calendars out for July. So if y'all haven't had a chance to go to church, it will be also online before the end of the day. We'll have the July calendar and the July and August newsletter.
Any questions? Move on to P5, receive an update from all appointed subcommittees. This agenda item allows the board members to report, discuss, and exchange information regarding any updates from the Spotlight, Memorial, Century, or renovation subcommittees. No reports from subcommittees were submitted at that time. Mary?
I had a lady call me.
Mhm.
That her friend's gonna have a 100-year birthday, and Sarah Bird called, Brian Baird.
There.
And, the lady's birthday is July the 18th. And her family's gonna have a celebration for her at Chapel Hill Methodist Church on July the 21st. At about 2 p.m.
Okay.
But her name is Idris. Huh? Idris. Hansel.
Spell that, please.
EDRESE. HANIGAN.
Oh, Jim's mom.
Yeah, Jim's not.
Jim Hannigan.
And
Oh, Hanny. So
She lives with her son.
Jim. Yeah.
She lives with her son that's legally blind. Yeah.
Now, how are we doing?
But
that?
I told her, I said, normally we have it at City Hall.
Well, I bet-
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get you the form, and if you could get with Sarah to get that filled out and then give it back to me, and then we'll go through the proclamation. It may not be exactly on July 18th, but as soon as I can get it in,
But we'll
within
have it at City Hall.
and then we'll coordinate all that with the family. But I've got to get that information first.
Now, she
before-
wanted to know if they can have it at the Methodist Church. I said, normally we have it at.
Yeah, they're gonna do the proclamation here. So, yeah. I'll get you that form though, Mary.
That's the way. Big volunteer for the Branch Connection for many, many years. Calvin Ganser. He did Fishing Fund for 20-something years, probably. And he was also very active in the dance club. And his son is the one who donates the Branch Connection every year.
I'm sorry.
The grand prize, who does he look?
Just donate to them.
Oh, yeah.
He's a fish guy, service on Wednesday summer that he did.
The guy with the ponytail?
His father, the guy I found that night.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wow.
Katie's friend.
He was at the center all
Okay.
He definitely needs all recommendations from them.
For future agenda topics, do you want to pull that out and take action for the board to vote?
We haven't done that in the past. I mean, because With the names on
Yeah,
the
we
boards.
Okay, so is that one,
And Jennifer's aware of this.
Okay. Okay, so, we will get a post up before the end of the day on Facebook. But at 2 o'clock, we actually have our bid opening for phase 2. And I took some pictures yesterday, and in the arts and crafts room, you will see the electrical components hanging down from the wall. That has the pull downs. They have 9 of them. So, they haven't finished the finishes or anything like that, but they're getting more areas more defined, the track lightings and stuff like that. But those pictures that I took will be up today on Facebook. So just keep an eye out. And then as far as phase 2, we have bid opening at 2 o'clock. And then once that happens, there's a process for the review. And then we'll have a date that they'll go in front of council to approve the phase 2 aspect.
So there's a possibility that we'll have a different contractor finishing the
It-
job.
Could be.
I thought we were gonna be able to change orders. in that way, or-
The percentages was too high, and we legally, like, by purchasing procedures, like, if it was within a certain percentage, there could have been an option for that. But because the percentage is too high, that it has to go back out legally for bid.
You can't modify the current contract more than 25%. So so basically we're doubling the amount that we're paying. So, we looked at that and then, so we basically said we have to bid out the second phase. But I think when we had 2 bidders come to the walkthrough, we had a
Pre-bid.
walkthrough, and we only had the current contractor and another one come out. So all indications are it's a 50-50 chance we're gonna have the current contractor. I think they'll give us best price because they're already doing the project, but yeah, there is a chance it could be a different one. And then in regards to the bond sale, still working with finance on that. Looks like they won't sell the bonds until probably later this summer or early fall, but the bond attorney has told our finance director that basically from the resolution council approves to sell the bonds, which will probably be at the end of, in July at some point. You have 60 days either way of that resolution to actually spend the money. So we basically, even though we haven't technically sold the bonds, once they pass the resolution, we can go ahead and spend money. And then once they're sold, then we kind of, everything works out.
Take that money from the general fund, something.
Yeah, it's something we can go ahead and spend the money, go ahead and get the contract approved. The key is getting the resolution that council passed, so that's the next step for the bond sales, is to get that resolution passed, and they're looking to do that at one of probably the budget meetings late in July. Because there's only one official council meeting, then they have some budget workshops and things, so it'll be one of those meetings, they're looking to do that. And then the actual sale of the bonds will be until in August or September. So,
And one other question, the roof.
So, yes, so the roof, actually, we have roof issues here at City Hall and at the branch connection. So the facilities department put in a emergency request to get replacing both roofs at the meeting next week. So once that's approved, that emergency funding, we're looking to do it in July, go and have the roofs, and they're going to I talked to facilities yesterday, they're going to a completely different roof system. The current roof here and at Branch Connection are the gravel roof. They're going to remove all that and do a membrane, which is typically how all new roofs go in on commercial facilities. And it'll last, it has a longer, better, it's durable, and so. But and they've done some temporary patches. Jackie's been working with the contractor the roof contractor is actually gonna do the work to get some temporary patches in, but so they can continue work, so it doesn't hold, because we were to a point where we couldn't do any work. Because the leaks were so bad. We had numerous leaks in Branch Community, so they didn't put ceiling in you know, that cause issues. So they put some temp patches that's pretty about.
The roof is separate from the whole
Correct.
renovation.
We didn't, the roof was not included in the updates. But because of the amount, we were having facilities like this, our facilities department had decided to go ahead and just replace it. So we protect that investment. We're putting in $4 million. We don't want to take
Are
that.
we still replacing the front door so they don't both open at the same time?
That's part of-
Air out.
Correct. I believe, is
It's
that's,
double doors and they don't open at the same time, but one and then the other,
It's no longer these, it's
Yeah.
this,
like, Carol.
and with the air curtain.
Oh, air curtain too.
the old senior center used to have one of those.
Yeah,
Long time ago, yeah. It was a single.
probably not as fast as the ones that have these.
Yeah, this will be.
So does the city council approve like who we're gonna spend that money with? Or what are they approving?
Correct.
Bond's
So-
already been approved.
There's two things. They'll approve, so once the vendor's selected, when it's bid opening today, we get review. If, hopefully, it's the current contractor, they'll have to approve the new contract for the phase 2 work. And then they'll have to approve the sale of the bonds.
So what if it's over the bond amount that was voted in?
And we'll find out today.
Oh,
Hopefully, hopefully we're all within budget. Yes.
Oh,
So.
Because then the city council has to approve that, is what you're saying, if it's like.
They have to approve the new contract for phase 2, and they have to approve the sale of the bonds. Um, We'll find that out
Could they
today.
possibly not approve it?
No,
No, y'all, they've already voted for it. Prop B already passed. They just have to go through the formality of it. Now, actually selling the bonds, yeah. Yeah, I think they only have like within an hour.
yeah.
That's all?
Yeah, because they have to deliver it in person. Yeah, no, it has to be in person.
They're actually due at 2:00, correct?
Yeah, they're due. That's when they're opening. They're due at 2, they're opening.
So, yeah, that's kind of what, so the construction manager that we hired to oversee the project, as soon as we found out we had to bid it out, he got on it, posted it, he put it in the paper for 2 weeks, and so we got the actual.
We got it out faster than I got the generator out.
He was, like, the same week we find out, he got it put in the
Oh,
paper.
okay.
So, yeah, so we're moving, and that way we don't have to, it doesn't hold anything up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll do like at 2:00?
Yeah, so once and then, of course, they have to work through looking at the bids, make sure whatever comes back. So the hope is maybe we can maybe award in July, the July meeting, or one of the meetings in July. If not, at the latest, the first meeting. But we'll keep everybody first.
Yeah.
Jackie, the color in here is lovely, it's a celery green, it's a color and it's softening, you know, it's very warm. This is a pretty color.
It's white.
No, it's
It's
celery
not.
green. It's celery-
Looks white to me.
It's celery green.
Are you colorblind?
Is July 18th their actual birthday? I knew that when they.
July 18th.
Huh? Jay Clark, yeah.
Yeah, the 24th. Service it.
Anything else renovation wise?
That's it.
Anything else from any of the other subcommittees? We've done the memorial. We're trying to see if we can get spotlight. That's a few. Then went back to normal.
I have one correction to the minutes from last week. I was not here last.
Oh,
meeting.
I had you
No
present.
status. Without it.
They've already been.
Correction to the corrections.
thank you. All right, let's move on to agenda items for the future senior advisory board meeting. This item was placed on the agenda so that board members can recommend topics they'd like to discuss at this community. Anybody have anything? If there's no motivation, of course, will be on there. A game night, yes. Anything else? All right, we'll have a time to submit any of those agenda items to Jackie. C7, receive the senior advisory board and city council update.
Our July meeting will, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Change and reception. It's the meeting schedule for the year, council presentation dates, and the deadline for the English. Will allow for excellent communication by all, basketball, thought and planning, good training, and submit presentations to the director and council in a timely manner. In the future, the location may be subject to change and will be updated accordingly.
Our meeting in July will be on the 11th. We're gonna go actually right across the hall instead of here. So I'll have the signs out again. August, we will probably be over at the study session again. And then in September, the 12th, we'll return to the recreation center and we'll be working on the updates for the annual review with council on the 30th. October 10th is our meeting. And then November 12th is our council update year in review. And then our meeting is November 14th. And then December 12th would be our meeting, and we'll have those times reversed. Meetings at 11:30, lunches at 12.
The bid that they're putting out, there are completion date in the city
For the phase two,
for phase two.
they'll get an update. I know in the initial bid, I think they had 10 weeks for phase two, but once we actually get the bids back, I'll have a new update. It's the same contractor, I think it would be, it'll work that way. It's different. Thank you, James.
All right, I had a request to go back to C4 review events and activities.
But the reason I asked him to do that, because that's one of my favorite parts of the meeting, is
Uh-huh.
to listen to what the different board members have attended and what kind of activities in their city that they're attending. And, also I'd like to invite and make sure that everyone knows that we're having our dance at the meeting for 1842. And I think it would be really important that we all come to that. The board members, bring your friends, bring any guests, which is why I'll be here. Yeah. But I think it's important that we show our involvement in the community and that you share the events that we've been to over the past month.
I mean, you don't have to be a dancer, please.
But if you need instruction, I can help you.
I know that there's some events that y'all have been to that maybe share with the group.
You guys for that question.
Well, some of y'all are,
What you done?
well, council meetings and,
Well, yeah.
you know, and I know that some of y'all are very interested and involved in council meetings. We have the event at the Grove that I know some of y'all can. And, just, you know.
So not necessarily these events, just saying.
No, no.
City.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't forget we have it in the July the 3rd, so we will not be that one, so we'll have that. That's always a fun time, but, Empire State from Houston, cool band, great party band, a lot of. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's one for. Thanks for that.
Yep. We have them all at, we have them at the church and the recreation center.
Oh, but you should get that in your order.
Yeah.
So you should-
And then
Yeah, we have met. Yeah.
You know, Debbie and I went to that one Denton Drive that was outside, you know, that was in a different, well, they're both outside, but not in the Grove, you know, in the other location at the
Oh, that's right.
historical park. And that was nice. I mean, I thought it was nice. I mean, you know, a lot of room and, I thought it was well attended.
Oh, it was
Good band.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, it was Elton John and the Beatles, yeah. Tribute.
And we'll have one more, correct?
Yeah, because the last one got canceled. Yeah. But those were fun.
Right, anything else? Any other events? Going once, going twice? Well, want to look forward to this summer. Again, we'll have another mix of. All right. Anything else?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
I seconded it. Made and seconded that we adjourn the meeting. Thank you all for coming. All those in favor? Opposed? No. Jackie's got one last thing to say.